Let's see. Brother Patrick, how are you, sir? Happy Friday. Happy Merry Christmas. You know, all of that, all of that. How are you, sir?
All of the above. I'm
Happy
good.
Ọdún yà bá wa láyọ̀ 2023.
Amen.
Amen. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you for everything. I really enjoy your wisdom, your word of wisdom.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your support always.
Anyway, like you rightly said, Daddy Freeze is trying to say where it's coming from.
Hmm.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that may not be the case for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is it even have an advantage. And where you are, when your background goes a long way to affect you.
Yeah.
It goes a long way to
Yeah.
affect you. And marriage is not a book.
Hmm.
Yes,
Now you
because
just finish it.
yeah,
You just read it and finish it.
you are dealing with human being. You know,
Yeah.
Allah experience different from Lola experience. You know what I mean?
Fact. That's true.
Yeah,
Very true. Very true. Sometimes she still
you
says
are.
some things, and I take it personally. I don't remember you like that, but I just have to calm down and say, "Hey, everyone's experience is different." In the same household, for years.
Like during our wedding, my wife asked the church that she need to sing a special song for me. So, but when Wahala start for us, I say, you remember the song where you sing? She said she don't know me that time. That's why she sing that song.
Yep, exactly.
I just
If I
laugh.
if I knew the type of person you are, I'm telling you, I'm
I,
telling you. My parents have been married. One of the best marriages I've ever seen in my life. Just off of me looking inside in too, right? Because I don't, they're the best to tell their own story. But they raised me, so I was in that household for 18 years at least.
maybe I can say one or two things about. Give me 1 minute.
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
What I said in Auntie B's show this today.
Yes.
Like the lady that
It be like say you collect small today. You collect small today, bro Patrick. You and the
listen.
other brothers.
Yes, the lady that want to generalize everything, every man, is not like that. My own grandparents, like my grandfather had 22 wives,
Right.
but my father had only one wife.
Yeah.
Yes, and
You
that's
said
what we
that,
are
yeah.
following. And I'm not a basket man. I'm talking in general.
Right, in general. Right.
Yes, a man that has a vision and is disciplined, like you said. He will not run after, he will not run after side chick.
Yeah.
But in general, the society, I'm not saying men should do it.
Right. You were
And,
talking in general that, and you were saying that yes, a lot more women are. The sexual liberation thing is real. It's real. Let's not pretend like that's not real. More women want to feel for good, rightfully so too, in my opinion, because up to today we have women that can't express themselves properly, even inside marriage, when it comes to this Kerewa thing.
yeah,
And it's destroying marriages. So that's the downside of for so long, for hundreds of years, women can't express themselves when it comes to Kerewa. So on the flip side, the extreme of it is now more people are saying, no, I want to express myself. What we don't realize is that some of us are normal. Some people take the way to another next level, right? So
yes.
it's real now. It's real. I see where you were coming from. I just thought that wasn't the room for it.
Yeah, you are right. You are right. You are very right.
Yeah.
I feel more relaxed expressing myself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like on Man of
Man,
Prestige.
for see, yeah.
Yes, I like you are one woman was talking about fantasy. People's sexual fantasy. They want to express it.
Yeah.
So we lay
Right.
emphasis more on money. Even in
Yeah.
Nigeria now, money. Now when you crave, you understand.
Yep.
Why
It's affecting everything. It's true.
Yes, it's affecting everything. We are not there for your woman. We are just talking about money. So
Yeah.
whatever we have even said, how many people they watch Obodoyinbo for Nigeria? You know what I mean?
You know, but
So
Patrick, one of the one of the things we're working on is try to teach men patience, right?
yeah,
One of the things that I had to learn is that conversations, we have to separate topics, right? Because if you talk cheating in the same breath as you are talking about there are Oloshos everywhere,
yeah,
people will pick what they can relate with, right? And then they will attack you if they can't relate with where you're coming from, right? On the men's side, in the manosphere, they do the same thing, right? If they are talking about how a lot of women are liberated and they are doing anyhow on IG, Instagram, and you want to come and inject like, okay, man, we need to learn patience too, right? They will just drag you woto for no, for no reason.
like the program you heard yesterday about that woman in London,
Uh-huh.
the
Which
woman
one?
that came out in
Oh,
London.
the video I released yesterday,
Yeah,
right?
if it is Obodoyinbo, some people will say no. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's why I love Auntie B, because she understands the balance, the balance that we need in all of this conversation. He dropped out, but the truth is that it's we have to be, that's part of social skills.
Yeah,
Okay, you're back now, right?
yeah, yeah. Some
You
people that's what I'm talking about.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. That's no they.
Okay.
You know, some people will come out and say, no, what this woman talking about?
Yeah, they were, because they can't, so if we're talking, if they're talking cheating, if I have to talk about cheating and infidelity at all, the first thing I lead with is that it's wrong and there's no justification, nothing, anything like that, and then I will shut up at that point in time. And what you will find, let me share something with you about Patrick. What you will find is that they are not satisfied with the fact that you actually are just end the conversation there. They kind of want to hear you say more, right?
Yeah.
Because they know
Yeah.
themselves, that that's not the end of it. Like, it's not just as simple as cheaters are going to hellfire. They know there's more to that conversation, right? So for me personally, if I'm having a conversation with a person and they're talking about cheating, and they say, so what do you think about this? What I think is that cheating is wrong. Right? And then you find that they're like, oh, that's it? Yeah, that's it. Literally, that's it. It's wrong. It's wrong, right? You did there?
I did that.
Okay, all right. But they so at that point in time, says, what else would you like to know? What is it about men that makes them cheat? I'm not sure if you want to know that. They're just bad people. You said they're just bad people, that's why they cheat. Or like that, they're just bad people. See, now you're getting them to assess where they're coming from. If they are just bad people, you're basically putting that ball in their court. Like, what you should do with bad people is avoid bad people. All of us should avoid bad people in general. All of us, right?
You know the two other brothers that spoke after me, they made reference to me, and that was like, what are these people talking about?
No, not you. Brofam loves you, but they were generalizing men. But it's understandable. I think generalizing is part of life.
No, the two men, except Adewale, they told my side. Like
Oh, okay.
Paul and the other guy, he was okay.
Yeah.
I agree with Patrick, and the women were like, no.
Yeah, it's understandable. That's part of our differences. That's one of the things we need to be aware of. But the nuances, the in betweens, not that. Like we're very clear on what is right and wrong. All of us, we know now. We know when something is wrong, unless we just want to deceive ourselves, But we have to be patient to wait for the extra conversations, the nuances. So if you're in a room where a bunch of men are just talking about how modern women have gotten, you have to exercise a lot of patience, because those men, in that heat of that conversation, they are in their feminine energy. It is what it is. It's not right or wrong. They are expressing how they feel, right? They're all caught up in their feelings. If you now go there and say, I've done it before, I know, that's why I'm saying it. And you now go there and you now say, no, all you men need to grow up. They will do worse. They will do worse than women. Right?
Right,
They will drag you. So me, I just jelly, You think you think all these women are just bad people? Yeah, I know they are bad. Guess what you should do with bad people? Avoid bad people. If they need more, they will ask. If they don't need more, then abushe, shikena, right? The same thing on the woman's side. What is wrong with this man? Why is it that they think that they can just cheat and get? I know they're just bad people everywhere, man. It's just bad. There's got to be more. I know. Tell me. I would like to learn. For real, I want to learn because I actually learn more from them assessing the situation in that manner and then tell me what they are thinking around it than me now going ahead of them and telling them what I think and then they shut down on me, right? And then I'm the enemy, right? I was never the enemy. I think cheating is bad.
Yeah.
I think cheating is bad behavior. It destroys families, right? And that's the end of the story. If you want us to end there, we can conclude this conversation today.
You are very right, Ola. I've learned something from you tonight.
So, yeah, it's very tricky, because we can see ahead of them. We know where we're trying to get to. We already agreed, but we're trying to this all these women on this street and all this, which doesn't justify your behavior, by the way. I'm still on that, right? That doesn't justify your behavior, but you were trying to expand the conversation way ahead of where they were.
Yeah, you're right.
And they weren't ready for that. They were not ready for that. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's why these conversations are very important. But we need to the same thing we're preaching. We need to practice it in real time. Lots of patience, especially when it becomes, as much as we like to put disclaimers out there, it's not a gender war. Unfortunately, it's become gender war. The women feel a certain type of way. And some men who consider themselves innocent, believe me, many of them are innocent. As in, like, they're not the one playing all these games. They are collecting. Right?
Right.
Because did not say, but I helped. I was talking to somebody just a few days ago, like 2 days ago. And the guy's like, yeah, but I try to, make sure that life, her love language is act of service, and I still collect. I was like, you need to tell me more, because there's something you're still doing wrong. It's not as simple as cleaning the floor, helping out. It's not that simple. A lot of these issues are emotional. She will even, just like you will help her when you're in love. She will help you when she's in love, right? The issues are not the shores. Those are the symptoms. See, when we are feeling bad in our marriage, we pick on some of the stupidest things to blame. That's how you did this yesterday. Women will remind you everything you've done in the past 10 years anyway. If she feels that same feeling that she felt in those experiences, the feelings, it's not the same event, just the feelings. If something triggers the same feelings that she felt with something you did 3 years ago, she's going to re-narrate that story like it just happened, and you as a man will be confused. You'll be like, that's not what we're talking about. I was trying to quote unquote communicate. Right? And by the way, by this point, gentlemen, you're already talking too much. Right? I was trying to communicate. Right? And then what's the next step? You start accusing her of being a bad communicator. What good is going to come out of you accusing your wife of being a bad communicator in the midst of communicating? Well, you collect. At least that day will pass by before you have any good experience again. And if you're not careful, this is the last straw. She'll pull the plug on the marriage. And you'll be like, just for that little thing. No, it's been stuff that's been building up over time. Right? So it's I acknowledge that nothing I say on this platform is easy. Everything I say on this platform is easier said than done.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We are all human.
All of us were humans. All of us were human beings, and I just want people to lead with that as much as they can. Like, hey, if I'm human and I know I'm going to require the same level of grace, I need to be dishing as much grace as possible. The 5 love languages calls it the love tank, right? Always building on top of that. When you feel like she's offended you right now, say it one time. Like, I feel offended by that. If you have to say it more than twice, we're probably talking about something else entirely. And
I think, yeah, that's one.